Hey there, let's talk about staging a house with something that you would not normally think about. As far as, everybody thinks of furnishings, pictures, artwork, that sort of thing. Let's talk about staging your house with plants. And I've got 4 or 5 ideas that I think will come across great and give you some great ideas. And also, it plants, live plants, and even artificial plants really can brighten up a residence. Before we get started into that, commercial break. This is Steve Gardner, eXp Realty, Greater Daytona Beach area, East Central Florida. Uh, Please like my information stated the whole, my channel stated the whole end of the video if you don't mind, and we'll get started. So, number one, you've got a large bay window that's open, and you have a large shelf. Put some geometric pots, uh, some small plants. They can be real plants, they can be artificial plants. Make sure if you're using real plants that, of course, that you have something, especially if you have a windowsill that's not marble or stone, but let's say it's wood, that you make sure that you have trays under them or a pot that's a self-contained pot so you don't get water everywhere. Keep that in mind. If that's not the situation, go with artificial. There's some really incredible artificial silks. You can get them at Home Goods, Michaels, all over the place, and they're nice. Just got to keep them dusted. Um, and always remember when you're staging something, you don't put four. You always use odd numbers. Okay, so always use odd numbers and when you're doing something like that. Okay, 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, number two, hanging plants are great. Basket, uh, indoor like a pothos or a philodendron, something like that, a fern plant. Ferns need a lot of light. You could do a macrame basket or something modern, modern plant. Those are great to put in a corner. Let's say you have a corner of a room you just can't figure out. You can't find that furniture piece that fits. It's kind of strange. You're like, maybe let's put a nice plant in there. It warms up the room, and actually plants are good for you too. They clean the air. So people, live plants, if you use them, they clean the air in the house. So people don't realize that, but it's quite healthy actually to have. That's why you see a lot of plants in office buildings and things like that. It's good for you. Good for you. Number three, if you have a corner, like said, that's for a hanging basket, you can also use a grouping, like with some. You can get some beautiful artificial or live plants and put them in a corner. You can group them together different ways, that sort of thing. If you're having a corner of the house that's a problem decorating with furniture, think of plants. It's great. You got to have maintenance and take care of them, but it's a great idea. Number four, this one, before we get to that commercial break, if you like this, subscribe to my channel, YouTube channel, Steve Gardner, eXp Realty, Greater Daytona Beach area. East Central Florida, is it's air plants. So they sell air plants. You'll see them if you're going to like an art show or you're at a flea market or something like that. You'll see a piece of artwork with an air plant on it. And those are, like I said, air plants. You just miss them every so often. They take the humidity out of the air, and that's how they live. They're not self-contained. They're kind of attached to something. And there's a lot of great art that artists are using with air plants. So consider that. Those are awesome. And this is fun. This is doing plants like this is fun. And it will really add value and warmth to your home. So once again, if you like this, please subscribe to my channel. I am Steve Gardner, eXp Realty, the Greater Daytona Beach area, East Central Florida. Thanks a lot. Take care.